All right, if you're traveling internationally and you want to have a SIM card for your phone so you still have cellular service locally there, then this is a card that you can buy on Amazon. The link's down in the video description below. And this one here is for Costa Rica or really all of Latin America. And these are available pretty much worldwide. And I'm going to go through my experience of using this card in my phone down in Costa Rica for 2 weeks.
Alright, hey everyone, this is Nate and this is the Nader Tater channel. Alright, I am in Costa Rica and I have my US cell phone and I want to use it down here and have cellular data. Obviously there's a lot of Wi-Fi capability which you can get around with in most international places with just Wi-Fi. But when I'm on the road, I want directions are, if you're not in a place with Wi-Fi, having a cellular connection is very helpful when you're traveling internationally. So there are several options out there. I have used like the big three, like T-Mobile, Verizon. They have options where you can add a international, data option to your phone. And like T-Mobile in the past, I've done where it's like a 15 or 30-day pass and gives you so much gigs of data. That is a reasonable way to do it as well. And in some ways, it's nice because it's automatic with your SIM card. But for this phone here, I'm actually now using Tello monthly because it's like 10 or 14 bucks a month that I have to pay for the US plan for my wife. And so I'm going to get another SIM card to put into it specifically for this trip. So this is a 30-day SIM card, I believe, and it's 10 gigs of data. And I forget what it was. I think it was 20 or 25 bucks on Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description. Now, there's lots of these available. You obviously want to make sure that it's a reputable seller, but besides that, any of these will work. Most of these are non-rechargeable, kind of a one-time, you use it and throw it away is the setup, and that works great for a single trip. If you're going to do longer term stuff, you're going there for a month or something, it's probably better to get a local plan when you arrive. But for this one, all it needs is a unlocked phone, meaning it's not tied to a specific carrier, and then it needs to be a newer one, but like Android 9 right now and up. So as long as it's past several years, you should be fine there. And then you do not want to put the SIM card in before you arrive. You want to wait, because as soon as you arrive, or as soon as you plug it in, it's going to activate that SIM card and start your countdown of your days and your data. So I have not put it in yet. I'm going to open it up, put it in, and see how easy the activation is. It's supposed to be automatic. I do like the little packaging they give you. It includes the SIM pop-out tool, which is very important because I actually don't have one on me, and I was hoping it included one because it can be hard to get those things out without this specific tool. Even a paper clip sometimes can be too big. So it tells you here again, do not activate this before you arrive. So you got to break that seal twice. Alright, and then it has all 3 SIM card sizes, but obviously most of these phones nowadays in the US take the smallest one, which is the nano SIM. So you just break that little nano SIM out. Alright, there we go, I got my nano SIM. Okay, so I pop out, this is a Samsung S21 Ultra, I believe. So I pop out that tray, now I have my old SIM card. I'm going to pop this SIM card out. Now you want to make sure you save it because you're going to need that SIM card back when you go back to the US. But I'm going to pop this out and put it aside. I'm going to put this new SIM card in here. It just fits in that little tray, just like it came out. And I'm going to slide it back in. Alright, so it detected that I put a SIM card. I'm still in airplane mode, so I haven't activated it yet. But it automatically recognizes it. It's supposed to automatically configure. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to turn it off airplane mode. That will turn on the data and we'll see what it does. Okay, so I just turned off the airplane mode. I can see at the top there it still says nothing. Alright, there we go. It took it just about a minute or two, and there it popped on. It shows it on the Claro network in Costa Rica, and it appears like it's working at my signal strength there. It's in service, so I believe I am now live with my SIM in Costa Rica, and I have the 10 gigs of data to play with. So I'm pretty excited. Let me turn off Wi-Fi and just make sure that I am connected here. Okay, so I just got a couple text messages, and it's from 3, which is like the carrier, and it shows that I am active, and it looks like I can make an account if I want to, but I believe it gives me my SIM number and my phone number. Okay, while I'm reading these text messages, I see a data pop up. It says data roaming is turned on. That is good. I want data roaming for this SIM card. You might not want it for your home SIM card, but you need to have that on there. So I'm good with it being data roaming turned on. My last text I got from them shows that I have the 10 gig data pack top up has gone through, and now my balance is $0. This shows me I have data only SIM here for this phone. All right, let me check out my favorite website with my Wi-Fi off just to see what happens. All right, there we go. It's loading. It's not super fast data right here. I do have 4 bars, it looks like, but it certainly is loading, but it's loading slow for me, at least here with where I'm at. Of course, that your service is still going to depend on what kind of signal you get wherever you're at. So it looks like my data works, and all I need is a connection so that I can get some service here for directions, and then the rest of the time I plan on using Wi-Fi, quite frankly, for my needs. So I hope this helps you guys out. If you want to see the products, go click the links in the video description below, and put a comment down below as well if you have any questions, or if you've experienced maybe a better way to do this, or you have your own methods. Share them with us and let everyone else learn along with you. Thanks. All right, so after using it for 2 weeks in Costa Rica, I have a couple key things that I want to mention with it. And the first is it actually worked great. From a data standpoint, coverage standpoint, I had no problems with either of those. When I first plugged it in, it was a bit slow, but after several minutes, it actually went back up to what I would call normal speeds for like a 4G LTE plan. So for a cell phone, no issues at all with my speed or even my coverage. Now, I was in the northwest part of Costa Rica, the Guanacaste area, and then the Arenal volcano area. And I always had decent cell service there that the phone worked. The downside to it is I kind of forgot a little bit about the the new SIM card will have a new phone number, so then your texting won't work. I was kind of thinking in my head, hey, so long as I have Wi-Fi, a lot of my text messages apps can just use Wi-Fi, and I can get that. The problem is once I put in a new SIM card, then you no longer get a text message, even if it's the Wi-Fi data text message, because it's going to this is a different phone number. So if you use something like Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or some other apps like that that are not directly tied to your phone SIM card, those still work on this data plan. But if you want to call or get a text to your old phone number, you cannot do that anymore. So Wi-Fi calling doesn't work with your old number anymore. So that is the one downside to it, and that is maybe one thing that I think is probably going to stop me from getting this exact service in the future, because I like the ability of having my exact same phone number, and then, for example, if I want to call back home using Wi-Fi calling, it's going to show as my correct phone number. So besides that, the service does exactly as they said it did. I didn't have any problems with it activating, did not have any problems with the data itself. So from that standpoint, I trust it and it does work as intended. If you have a specific question for me about it, please do put it in the comments down below. I will read those. I'll try to answer them, especially if I experienced your question or have the solution for it. I will put that down in the comments below. And thanks for watching. As always, please hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more like this.